Every time this man killed a woman, he could sleep for 18 hours straight. In just a couple of weeks, he had already taken 11 lives. He specifically targeted women walking alone. When they weren't paying attention, he'd stab them hard in the stomach with a knife. The next day, he returned to the victim's neighborhood, only to hear that the girl had actually survived. So he swapped his fruit knife for a heavier kitchen knife. That same night, he stalked another woman walking by herself. Just as he was about to strike, a neighbor spotted him. Frightened, he turned and ran. Captain Jack rushed to the scene after getting the call. With the neighbor's help, police drew up a sketch of the suspect, but the investigation dragged on too slowly. The killer was still striking faster than they could keep up. One evening, a young woman was walking home after work. He silently followed behind her. Out of nowhere, he drove the knife into her stomach. When he later saw news reports about his crimes, he actually felt a rush of excitement. The neighborhood soon filled with new surveillance cameras. Women no longer dared to go out alone. One night, a food delivery driver thought he was there to pick up an order, but the man slowly pulled out a knife instead, then fled in a car right after. That same night, he broke into a house. He first checked the family photo on the wall, confirming there was a woman in the household. Then he crept quietly into her bedroom. The girl opened her eyes and was attacked instantly. He couldn't hold back his twisted thrill before leaving. He even set the house on fire. By the time police arrived the next day, the girl's body was so badly burned, it couldn't be identified. No evidence was left behind. The investigation stalled once again. Another night, he climbed into an apartment through the balcony, but inside, he found only a man. He tried to slip away quietly, yet the man woke up to the sound. The intruder swung a hammer at him. The father of the household rushed over at the noise. Together with his son, he managed to pin the man down. Police first arrested him for burglary, but Captain Jack took one look and was convinced this was the serial killer behind the 11 murders. The suspect made an offer. If he confessed to all the crimes, he wanted a single cell in prison. To get the truth out of him, Jack reluctantly agreed. The man admitted that when he was 10, an old man had taken him up a mountain and assaulted him. Since then, he'd been terrified of older men, so he only dared to attack women. Police brought him back to the crime scenes to reenact the killings. He stabbed a mannequin in the stomach as victims' families sobbed uncontrollably nearby. Everyone watching felt chills down their spines, and at the end, he turned toward the families and gave them a devilish smile. This story comes from the Korean drama Through the Darkness. So, after watching, what are your thoughts?